Hi, all remote learners. So today we are going to do is read our textbook in our StemScopedia book. That is the yellow one. It is going to be on starting on page 33, and we'll go all the way to 36. You will listen to the audio from your online textbook. So we'll get started.
Reflect you and your family are taking a vacation and are driving a long way. You drive through a few different states along the way. When you stop in the first state, you observe that the soil is dark and rocky. In the next state, you find reddish, smooth soil. A few hours later, you stop in a state that has sandy, rough soil. Earth has many types of soil. Soil contains broken up or weathered rocks. It also contains broken down living material. As you saw on your trip, soil is different from place to place. What are some of the properties of soil? How can you tell apart different types of soil? How does soil help plants to grow? What are some properties of soil? If you looked at a handful of soil, what properties could you observe? You could rub the soil between your fingers to figure out its texture. Some soil is grainy and rough. Other soil is smooth and silky. You could also observe the particles in the soil. Particles are small pieces of rock and other materials found in soil. You could also see the color of the soil. It might be brown, orange, tan, or another color. One other property of soil is its ability to retain or keep water. What properties of soils allow us to sort them? Particle size. There are many different sizes of soil particles. Gravel is the largest particle in soil. Sand is smaller than gravel. The next kind of particle, silt, is smaller than sand. The smallest kind of particle is clay. Texture, soil that has gravel in it feels rough and rocky. Sandy soil feels gritty. Soil with silt in it feels very smooth. Clay soil feels smooth and a little sticky. Color, soils come in many colors. Some soils are dark and brown. Soils that are dark and brown usually have some materials from plants and animals that have died and broken down. Orange or red colored soils contain clay. Gray soils contain silt or gravel. Sandy soils have a light brown color. Ability to retain water. Water passes easily through some soils. Soils with lots of gravel or sand do not retain water very well. Water slips past the large gravel and sand particles. Water sticks to clay particles, so soils with clay can retain a lot of water. Soil with silt also retains water well. What do you think? You are studying the soil in your backyard. You notice an area of your backyard that has rocky looking soil. Most of the particles in the soil are larger than grains of sand. The particles are gray. You observe that the soil feels rough. How would you classify the particles in the soil? Why? What properties allow soils to support the growth of plants? Plants grow better in some soils than others. Good soil has nutrients. It can retain water, but it also drains well. Soil with gravel or sand does not retain water well. Plants growing in this type of soil must be able to survive without much water. Gravel and sand also do not provide many nutrients to growing plants. This is why desert plants are usually smaller than plants growing in rich soil. Desert plants do not get enough water or nutrients to grow big and tall. Plants growing in sandy soil have to be able to survive with very little water. Soil with clay has some nutrients, but the soil keeps too much water for many plants. Water does not pass easily through clay soil. Too much of it sticks around. Plants growing in soil with a lot of clay can drown. Silt has many nutrients. It is also good at retaining water. but not too much water. So, silty soils are good for farming. The best soils for farming are usually mixtures of particle types. Adding sand or gravel to a clay or silt soil can help it drain better. Adding silt to a sandy soil contributes nutrients and helps the soil retain water. Farmers and gardeners carefully study the soil in their fields and gardens. They make sure that their plants are growing in the best soil possible. Look out! Broken down rocks and decayed living things are not the only parts of soil. Soil also contains water and air. Plants need air and water to survive. Air in the soil gives plant roots room to expand and grow. Plants use water for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process that plants use to make their own food. Without water in the soil, plants would not be able to make food. The roots in this plant have room to grow because the soil contains air spaces. The plant also gets water and nutrients from the soil. Career Corner. Soil scientists. Soil is almost everywhere on Earth. Scientists who study soil are called soil scientists. What do soil scientists do? Some study the soils used in farming and gardening. They figure out the best mixtures of soils for growing crops and other plants. Other soil scientists study the soil in our neighborhoods. They make sure that the ground is safe to build on and can support houses and other buildings. Other soil scientists find ways to prevent soil from blowing or washing away. Some soil scientists study areas of soil that might have precious minerals or other resources. What does it take to be a soil scientist? You will need to study biology and physical science in school. You should also love working outdoors. You may find yourself working in tough conditions, such as in a desert or on a mountain top. What do you know? The properties of different types of soil are described below. Use what you know about soil to fill in the missing parts. Gravel.
Okay, guys, you're going to complete your assignment in Teams in your forms document. I hope you all have a great day. See you later, guys. Bye.